Russia fines Apple $4,400 for false information about Ukraine fighting.
This post received a score of 2,600, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The amount of the fine is very amusing. Apple probably makes that much money in a picosecond.
Apple like, what is this number? It only has 4 digits. Is this some new financial shorthand?
They've seen numbers like this before. It's what their executives spend on lunch.
Coffee run.
But if those billionaires skipped that cup of coffee every day, they could afford another super yacht. Or get one of their executive assistants to make a more reasonable one with $100 beans.
Or they could get both by laying off 10% of their workforce.
Apple should tell them they'll get it through Swift.
Send it through Yellow. Oh wait.
I get these references.
I don't.
I'm shooting from the hip here, so fact check the details on Swift, but essentially, Swift is a system that banks use to communicate with each other, domestically or internationally, to move money. Russia is not a part of Swift. Yellow is a transporting company that recently went bankrupt. All in all, it's a joke about having the fine paid through impossible means, i.e. they can go fuck themselves.
Greater than Russia is not a part of Swift. Additionally, the reason Russia is not in Swift was a penalty by the US, Canada, UK, and EU imposed as a sanction for its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. A war denied by Moscow on pain of imprisonment, or in the case of Apple and Wikipedia, fines.
Apple will never financially recover from this.
It is more about that Russia permabanning Apple if they don't pay the fine versus US company Apple supporting Russia's war effort against Ukraine.
Apple is probably confident they'll last longer than the Russian government.
So, will they take 3 phones in trade?
Half an iMac Pro,
which have been out of production since 2021.
I am surprised no one has updated that page. They brought them back. You can go back one right now. Though, I don't recommend it. It's barely any more powerful than a Mac Studio, which costs half as much. Both of which are decimated by PC hardware significantly cheaper.
You're confusing the iMac Pro with the Mac Pro, to whose page you linked.
Yes, Apple will pay the fine like Putin is going to hand himself in as a war criminal, no chance.
They will pay the fine because it's so insignificant anyway. You can still buy Apple products in Russia and they still provide their services there.
I'm actually surprised Apple hasn't sanctioned in Russia. Isn't it, illegal too?
Apple voluntarily stopped selling their products in Russia. Any Apple products that are sold now are sold through resellers that Apple has no control over. Typically old stock.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.